Thank you, Vice Chancellor Green. Graduates, faculty, family and friends, distinguished guests, it is my great pleasure to be with you on this day of celebration, award, and recognition. First, congratulations on your accomplishment. Academic achievement is seldom a solitary endeavor. It takes a network of support to finish this race. And I'm so happy to see that so much of your network is here today to celebrate with you. I'm going to speak today on leadership because we see you as the next generation of great leaders. I find that rarely do we take the time to reflect on what leadership means to us personally, or especially what kind of leader we want to be. For me, the real value and appreciation for what leadership is comes through realizing and confronting what it means in my own life. I would like to take a few minutes today and ask you to think about just that, your own leadership. What kind of leader will you be? For the past several years, I have studied and been inspired by the principles of servant leadership. Servant leadership is about focusing on the needs of others, serving others. It is not about being served. It runs counter to many of the conventional views of how leaders should behave. It represents a commitment to lead in a different way. When we practice servant leadership, we use our hearts, our heads, our hands, and our habits. For many of you here, those themes may sound familiar. They are consistent with the principles found in the 4-H Youth Development Program. I want to briefly focus on each. First, our heart. What motivates our actions and behaviors? What is in our heart? Am I motivated by self-interest, personal gain, protection of position or power, achieving my own agenda? Or alternatively, am I motivated by a calling or purpose that extends beyond myself? Do I use my skills, abilities, and resources for the benefits of others, helping them to soar and excel? Servant leaders humbly recognize their own limitations. They look outward to celebrate the true causes of success, often the results of the people that they are charged to lead. And they look in the mirror when needing to assume responsibility and be accountable for failure. Servant leadership is not about putting ourselves down. Instead, it stems from a desire to lift those around us up. Servant leaders do not deny their authentic and legitimate power. However, they recognize that power passes through them, not from them. Second, our head. This is where we cognitively process and make sense of our beliefs and motivations for leading others. Ultimately, our head houses our point of view or frame and defines for us how we see the world and our role in it, and especially how we view our relationship with others. Effective servant leaders establish a clear purpose and direction for themselves and their followers. They take time to reflect on their calling. They can imagine a future where goals are achieved, and they possess a keen understanding of their personal values and principles that govern their behavior. Knowing what we value, where we stand on issues, and what limits our ability to work with others provides clarity for us and those we lead. Leaders always face competing interests and conflicting goals, but these situations become easier when we have a clear sense of purpose. The first two domains, our heart and our head, focus on internal factors. Effective leadership starts on the inside. Leadership is fashioned by our personal drivers and cognitive frames of our purpose and calling. These motivations and perspectives are hidden to the outside world, but they become visible through our actions and behaviors, in effect, through our hands and habits. Our hands represent our actions and behavior, how we treat those around us, and how we fulfill our duties and responsibilities. Effective servant leaders invest time and energy with those in their circle of influence. They provide clear communication and performance expectations, jumping in and teaching others when necessary, helping them flourish, making sure they advance to the next level. Much of their coaching comes through leading by example, maintaining a calm demeanor despite the chaos and uncertainty surrounding them. Our actions and reactions impact those we lead. Remember, others are always watching how we respond to challenges, especially how we handle ourselves during adversity. Finally, our habits, our repetitive choices and disciplined behavior. Who we are and how others see us is essentially the sum of our habits. Effective leadership requires continual self-assessment of the journey. Ask yourself, are my behaviors consistent with my heart and my head? You may find it helpful to check in with a mentor or trusted confidant who can call you out when you're headed off course or when you behave in a manner inconsistent with your values. For servant leaders, habits reflect a daily commitment to serving others, a pattern of behavior that remains consistent with personal values and purpose. Graduates, you have completed an important milestone in your career and are about to embark on new leadership responsibilities, leading research teams, leading students in the classroom, leading organizations, leading communities, leading your family. At the very least, everyone in this arena has leadership responsibilities. We lead ourselves. In fact, the more I have studied leadership, I have found the importance of leading ourselves by being authentic, self-aware, and capable of regulating our emotions and behavior as critical to effective leadership. I encourage you to take some time during the next few weeks, hopefully before the start of the new year, to reflect on your own leadership style, path, and potential. Our world, our country, our state, our communities need strong leaders. We need you as strong leaders. Daily, we read or hear news reports about the great struggles and challenges facing our world. Serious social and environmental problems, such as climate change, food and clean water shortages, infectious disease, inequality, terrorism, displacement of people, the list goes on. I prefer to reframe the conversation about our global condition. Instead of thinking of problems in need of solutions, I see opportunities. Opportunities for leaders willing to pursue lives of great impact. I see chances for you and me to use our hearts, our heads, our hands, and our habits to be a positive force in this world, to bring about meaningful change, and to influence and encourage those around us to do the same. How will you choose to lead? What is in your heart? How does your head interpret your role in this world? Where do your hands display what you value most? Do your habits reflect a clear life focus? Leadership is about choice. It is about choosing how you define personal success. It is about choosing how you interact with those around you. It is about choosing how you feel your life's purpose. I challenge you to reflect on the best leadership path for yourself, the one that will allow you to step into this next phase of your life and career and do so with the greatest positive impact. Again, congratulations, graduates. Best wishes in the next chapters of your leadership and life. Thank you.